Hello, folks. Cecil Pearson Jr. here, preacher, pastor, minister, evangelist, messenger of God. Nowhere did I say I'm a therapist. I'm not a mental health counselor. I'm not a sex therapist. And I say these things as a prelude to the message that I am about to send to you guys. It's going to sound harsh. It's going to sound ugly, but I don't mean it that way. And I by no means intend on hurting anybody's feelings or making anybody feel bad. But here we go. You cannot email me 8, 9, 10 times a day with emails that are filled with details that you would find in a Tom Clancy novel or a Harlequin romance or a medical journal. Folks, I'm a preacher. If you need prayer, ask me for prayer. I'm more than happy to do it. I'm glad to do it. I'll get other people praying with me. If you need spiritual guidance, I'll try to help you. I can't make no promises, but I'll try to help you. But several people over the past few days have hit my email box anywhere between 5 and 10 times a day with emails that can take up to an hour to read. That's too much. I don't need to know the details of your day-to-day life second by second. That's not my business. It's not my business. You don't need to tell me all of the medical problems that you have wrong with you. You don't need to tell me all of the sordid details of your affairs. You don't need to tell me all the sordid details of your porn addictions and your fetishes and what you like to watch and why you're fighting with that in your spiritual battle. You don't need to tell me what you had for lunch 6 months ago. You don't need to tell me that you and your husband are having arguments and what that argument is about. You don't need to tell me every second by second detail of your day. Frankly, and I'm not trying to be rude, I don't care. I've got a life to live myself. You know, I tell you guys, there's 28,800 of you. There's only one of me. And sometime during the day, my farm, my children, my family needs me too. Which is why I set up hours to answer questions Monday through Friday, 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon Central Time. Not after, not before, 10 to 4 Central Time. I'm off on Saturdays and Sundays. It gives me time to catch up on the work that I don't get to do here. And it gives me time to pray, to fast, to read, to study, to rejuvenate, to go to other people's lives and get preached to and get my soul fed. I can't do that answering 10 of one person's emails a day that takes me anywhere between 30 and 45 minutes apiece to read them. And then have them message me back, did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get? Yes, I got it. I'm still reading it. This may hurt your feelings, and if it does, I'm sorry. But I'm not a mental health therapist. I am not a sex therapist, and I am not a publisher. I have a life that doesn't involve you. I pray for y'all, and I pray for God to bless you But y'all have got to cut me some slack, or I'm going to stop taking emails, period. Stop taking emails, stop taking messages, period. I can't stand it. I cannot stand you opening the door to your house and giving me a second by second detail of what's going on inside your home. I don't need to know that. And I don't want to know it. It ain't my cotton picking business. If you need to talk to somebody like that, you need a mental health therapist. You don't need a preacher. Now, none of y'all would walk up to a preacher, pull him to the side after the service, and tie him up for 9 hours talking about your day yesterday. None of you would do it. So why do you think it's okay to do it to me? It's not. Number one, most preachers get a salary. They get paid to stand there and listen to you for a few minutes. But they're quick to tell you, sister, brother, I gotta go. I got other people waiting on me. Now, I've tried not to be rude. I've tried not to be ugly. And I shouldn't have to be rude or ugly. There should be some kind of limit to what you'll tell somebody. If you have to get up and leave the email that you're writing me because you've grown tired of writing, chances are that email's got too much information in it. And you should thin it out. If you have to come back to the email 4 times in an hour and a half to 2 hours to finish it, chances are it's too long and has too much detail. Just tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. And I'll be more than happy to help you. But stop sending me every second of your life. I'm not going to read them. If that's what you're sending me, you're going to the spam box. You just are. Again, I am a preacher, a minister, a pastor, an evangelist. I'm somebody who brings the Word of God, unfiltered, unedited, and no sugar. I tell you like it is, and that's what I'm doing right now. It is an absolute annoyance to read every detail of your life. I'm not a therapist. I don't get paid by the hour to listen to your confessions. Talk to God the way that you talk to me, and you'll have a closer walk with God. But honey, I don't want a closer walk with you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to date somebody that is on my subscription list. I'm not trying to marry somebody that is a subscriber. I'm not looking for a woman, especially not one that talks that much. Come on, guys. I'm a preacher, and I've got 28,890 people to tend to. And there's only one of me. I don't have a Kenneth Copeland or Joel Osteen or a Dollar, whatever his first name is, I can never remember it. I don't have a staff that sits down and reads my emails and gives me the highlights of them or just answers them with pre-ready email answers. I don't. I have to read each one of these myself, and I read slow, except for the Bible. I read slow, so it takes me time to get through them. And if I'm spending 9 hours a day on one person 28,800 plus is having to do without because you want to tell me everything that has happened in your day. I'm not your husband. I'm not your boyfriend. And I'm not your best friend. I'm your pastor. Temper your emails. I mean it. Temper them. Shorten them. Get to the point. I don't need a cat on the roof story, honey. I just need you to come straight out and answer the question. I don't need to know the last 3 weeks that built up to the question. Just the question. If you don't know how to write like that, don't write me. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. But I can't do this. Saturdays and Sundays are my days off. Yet here I am making an email or making a video. I've got email on the brain now. Here I am having to make a video to get it to stop. Because typing it out in an email, please shorten this and get to the point, don't seem to do it. Maybe this will. I'm not your therapist. I'm not a sex therapist. I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm a preacher. That's what I do. Cut me some slack. I love y'all. Not nearly as much as God, but I love y'all. Bye now.